What is going on, guys? We're back with another video on Madden 18, doing another rebuild, doing a fantasy rebuild of the Chiefs. I don't think we did any sort of Chiefs rebuild at all, so, you know, this is the first one, and it'll be a fantasy style. And I'm not going to lie, looking at this roster, there's a pretty good chance that we do very, very well. This is a voiceover the first 3 minutes because I lost my audio, which is alright for the first part because really not a whole lot to talk about. I usually just do a bunch of quick trades, and we get into the real nitty-gritty after the, usually after the first hour. And here we are, you know, making a trade. Gonna go early with value, and Buckner is definitely that. He's like 22, 23 maybe, and he's a beast. Keenan Allen, another beast. We've been getting him a little bit lately. Wagner, all-time great. Well, at least hopefully he will be. Kuechly. Oh, a little troll there. He was very close, but just could not get it done. First-round pick from the Browns. First-round pick from the Colts. First-round pick from the Giants. That one was the next year, though. Darius Slay, good trade there. Trades are going through quickly. But, you know, the Lions got a little bit out of that, too. Hudson, Ali Marpet, a first and a third, which is a very nice trade there. And then we get another offensive lineman here, Darryl Williams from the Panthers. Quan Alexander, most likely going to be playing safety for us. Ryan Shazier now will make up, I believe, the last of our trades. This is the lineup we're rocking with. Hopefully there wasn't any players here that we didn't show us getting from the first glance. It looks like everything's fine on the offense. Looking at a pretty good roster year one as well. And then the defense, yeah, I think everything is perfectly fine. There's nothing other than Jalen Collins from free agency. Nothing that you guys shouldn't have seen already. Perry Riley also from free agency, but let's get on with it already. We have some draft stories. Cornerback Deontay Moody and David Walker at free safety. We're back with an actual live portion of this video. If speed is genetic, then Moody really lucked out in the gene pool. Oh, we got a little speed boy. I guess I should have known to that because he's a gold medalist. All right. Mr. Moody and Mr. Walker. Walker, how you doing? Oh, Jesus. Moody, early first. He's like the only good corner. This draft looks terrible. Luckily, we don't need too much. I mean, we have needs, obviously. What team doesn't? But we did trade for a lot of players rather than picks. Kind of how these fantasy styles go. It's a lot of quarterbacks. We're not... Oh, my God! There's a What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top 9. Heckendorf. 9 first-round quarterbacks. I don't think I've ever seen that. I would probably, if I was one of the juniors in that list, I'd probably stay an extra year. I mean, you know, unless I'm the top 2. I don't even think if I was like... Because we seen what happened. What year was it? Le'Veon Bell, Eddie Lacy. We seen what happened that year when there were so many running backs. They were just like, you know what? I'm just going to wait till one of the other teams takes one because I don't want to push it. We lost to the 0-4 Texans, and then we beat the 4-0 Steelers. How you doing, EA? How you doing? The news is here. Red outside linebacker Darian Dada joins the Heisman list. Anthony Gilbert records 2 sacks late. Bullock's 1,712 receiving yards. That's nice. And then, oh, Jesus. Ruptured pectoral ends collegiate career of Houston left end Rashawn Pugh. Go to the DT first. Gilbert, we probably scouted him. Gilbert, Wide receiver, Bullock is the top guy. And then right outside linebacker, please be someone really good. Come on, man. I'm not going to lie. This draft, top to bottom, looks so bad. It's unbelievable. It's probably going to be one of the greatest quarterback classes ever. Like, that's probably what it is. Because this class looks so bad. It's really, really bad. I seen one guy that I do really like. Because like I said, I think... actually, I don't even know if I said it, but I think pass rush is our biggest thing. I don't know if this guy really fits on our team, but if he's fast enough, maybe he can play on the outside. Looks amazing. Looks like a god, honestly. But everything else in this draft really doesn't look too hot. Man's definitely not hot. Let's... Really? That's on a green. Okay. But I'm not seeing it. But what I am seeing is us simming to the playoffs. Hopefully we're in. Hopefully we're in, and we are. And we have a bye week. Tom Brady is the MVP. It's all right. Team schedule. I think we had a 3-game lead on the division, which is nice. Look at these wins. Look at those wins. They're kind of rough, and then we just had a 5-win streak, which is clutch as it comes. Just like me at night. Stats. Got a bye week, which is really rare year one. And what is almost even as rare is a rookie quarterback almost winning MVP. That's crazy. Kareem Hunt was honestly pretty bad, but he only fumbled once, so at least he wasn't handing the ball off or away anyways. Elijah Hood, he had 2 fumbles like week 1, so not that bad at the end of the day. Receiving, Keenan Allen and Tyreek went off. The 2 guys that we only cared about. Conley didn't do badly. Kelsey doesn't really matter too much. Tight ends usually don't go off too much. Darryl Williams did really well. And I actually legit put these guys at tackle. You know, no cheese, and Rodney Hudson and Darryl Williams both actually played tackle, and they did really well. So, impressive stuff. Sacks. Wow, okay. Buckner with 17 as a defensive tackle. Interesting. I really wanted to replace D Ford, but he actually played really well. Still probably going to replace him if there is another season. You never know. We could win it all year one. Team looks pretty complete, if we're being honest. Kicker not super proud of, but it is what it is. Tyreek Hill. I was about to say, he can't be finishing with 0 kick returns. 4 touchdowns. If you could swap Keenan and Tyreek's seasons, not that Tyreek did bad, he could actually be on the list for MVP. He actually had a really good season. 4 punt return touchdowns. Might have gotten involved in the ground game, and then for 1,500 yards, that'd be 6. So Mahomes was number 4 in his first year. It's pretty good. Alvin Kamara was up there too, though. Not NFC, AFC. Brady, of course, wins that. Bobby Wagner and Shazier. Patrick Mahomes was best off. I thought it was offensive player of the year. Best offensive rookie, obviously. Defensive rookie. Did we even have one? I don't even remember who we had. Of course, Brady's going to steal a lot of the awards. Keenan wasn't number 1. Shocking. Patriots. Look at the Patriots with some O-line. We keep going backwards. Look at that. 4 out of the top 10. That's ridiculous. Best linebacker, Bobby. Best DB, Slay was number 4. We had a pretty good season. I'll call it that way. Especially since we have that bye week. Very impressive. Hopefully we have a lot of XP. I'm going to assume we do. And Mahomes has 49K at an 86 overall. Well, 85. Receivers did a lot of XP. Offensive line, though. We need the line to get the XP. Those are the guys. Besides Mahomes, the line needed it. Quan Alexander got a lot. It's always one of the safeties that gets a lot, but let's go on and upgrade our players and see if we can win a bowl year one. That's why Mahomes is so sick, because his damn throwing power is 97. He's such a freak. So let's just say we're in a pretty good spot right now. I know the offensive line isn't really looking too great, but we got Hudson, got Williams. Marpet's not doing bad. I mean, we're not the worst offensive line in the league. Running back, I wish Hunt would have went up a bit better, but that normal dev is just devastating. I'll see myself out. Linebacker core looks great. Perry Riley might win his ring with us here. I doubt he's had a ring in real life. I don't think this is how it's supposed to be. I really hope it wasn't, because I do not want to touch anything. Jalen Collins, kind of a waste. We could have put anyone there. Team just looks really good. I think this could be a year one. I think it could be, because Mahomes is a god after 1 year. And I only have the sliders on 150 each. I might have changed the kicker, punter. Yeah, I did. Kicker and punter I always put up, because even with 200%, they still never get any XP for me. 10-6 versus 11-5. We're at 90 overall, and I'm assuming that's pre-XP usage. So we might be already like a 92, 93 after 1 year. I mean, we made some really good trades, and we still landed like a draft pick or 2, maybe even 3 first rounds. So I think we did one of our best rebuilds we've had in a while. I know the Chiefs aren't terrible, but they don't... I'm not going to say that they're not going to make the playoffs in real life, but they don't look particularly good down the stretch here. They started off really strong, and then they just completely just choked the season away. So hopefully we can do the quite opposite, which we already did, but actually finish out and win the Super Bowl here. There's a chance. There is a chance. Going against the Steelers, a tough an opponent to play against. I would assume the Patriots are going to be the toughest, but we don't know if we're even going to get there. So let's focus on this game. Start of the second. The first quarter was a very high-scoring one in relativity. The first half in general appears to be a very high-scoring one. Of course, we are scoring the most of those points, 24-14. Start of the third, middle of the third, and we're only up by 6. Start of the fourth quarter here. They're easily going to take the lead, and they go for it. Wow, that's clutch. They go for it and get it. Come on, lads, get down the field. Passing nicely, huge play. Elijah Hood getting a passing play here. And we score the touchdown and the 2 points. So with 7 minutes left, we're in a good spot. And we force the punt, a penalty saving us. We really just don't run the ball well. Kareem Hunt is honestly not a good player in Sim. He's just really bad. And there's a pick. I don't know who got that, but that is clutch. And then we punt it away. Sweet. And we clutch up again on defense. I don't trust this offense. I really don't. This offense is not going to get it done for us. I know we won, but I just don't think this offense is good enough. I like Mahomes, but I think this team tries to run the ball too much, and Kareem Hunt just doesn't get it done. Let's see what Kareem Hunt's numbers were. I'm guaranteeing they weren't great. Wrong thing. Kareem Hunt, 3.7. He's pretty bad at this point. Elijah Hood, 2.1. So it really wasn't Kareem Hunt. It was the fact that we were using our backup, who was utterly horrible. I'm glad that he didn't fumble, because that's usually what he loves to do as well. Keenan Allen did very well. Let's see, defensively, do we have any crazy numbers? So, Najee Harris and Eric Berry got picks. That's interesting. Najee Harris getting involved. That's cool. 13-3 Patriots. Why would we expect anyone else? We knew it was going to come down to this. We're 93 overall to their 89. I mean, we're definitely primed to win this game, but, I mean, our offense, like I said, doesn't look great. Their defense is probably going to have a decent shot at us, and I don't think our defense is good enough. I don't think many defenses, even though we built a really good one, is good enough to stop the Patriots, especially in Madden. So this is going to be a tough one. I don't expect to win here. I really don't. But let's see. Let's see. Did not mean to kick it. Like, if I'm going to play one of the plays, why the hell would I play the kickoff when we aren't even receiving? So I can hit him. Okay. Let's no. I mean, we did get a hit on him, but 34-yard line is a pretty good start for any team. 14-2 Saints and Eagles. I don't know if it's going to matter who wins this game, because I think one of those teams might win it. But let's see if we can make a play. What the hell? I was about to say. Defense makes a play, so we are up 7-0, 10-0, start of the second quarter. Obviously, it's very early in this game. Like I said already, 10-7. Scoring, though. You know, I know the Patriots are scoring well as well, but we're holding up toe-to-toe pretty well with them. So, I mean, we're up by 7. We have the ball, 31-20, 38-21. We actually have a legit shot at winning this. The Patriots are driving down very fast, though. It took them a minute to get 7. There you go, 3rd and 4, getting a 15-yard penalty. That could be the game. I know it was only a field goal, so Tommy B has a bit of time here. We're holding them off nicely, and we, I think, have clinched our spot to the Super Bowl. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Tom Brady isn't making the comeback, and he isn't. 50-28 is the score. We win pretty handsomely. I mean, the stat line will probably tell you that we did well. We did really well. But honestly, just looking at the sim, it was a very close game, decided by just a few plays. But, hey, the most important thing, we were the better team, and we won the championship game. Tom Brady threw 2 picks. Mahomes was pretty damn perfect. That's one of the best playoff performances ever. 81% completion, 291 yards, only missing 6 out of 33 throws, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Kareem Hunt did much better this week. So did Hood. Not that he did great, but much better anyways. Travis Kelce, battle of the tight ends here. They had a lot more attempts than we did, by far. We were just much more precise, and we did more with our team. I'm just surprised. I know we probably are getting pressure, but I'm just surprised wow, what a kicker. What a kicker. I'm just surprised we haven't gotten more, like, actual sacks. We had 1. A combined 1, which means that's probably a covered sack. Not really, because if it was Perry Riley, it was a blitz. If anything, it was probably the opposite of a coverage sack. It was a super pressured sack. What the hell was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was gonna look and see who won, but I don't know why I didn't just sim it. If we do win the Super Bowl, ooh, the Saints. I would rather take the Saints over the Eagles any day, especially in sim. Let's see. What are we looking for? News. There we go. But if we win it here, I think we'll still do another season and just see if we can win another one. Rumors swirl as Pasho misses another curfew with 2 picks, MVP All-Star. Okay. Pilgrim. Although I'm going to say I don't know who could be good as a DB because they were all looking pretty bad. Like, this guy is the superstar. Like, what? That's so bad. Whatever, I really don't care because we already have an amazing team, so we only need 1 or 2 players. That pass rusher looks pretty good. 93 to their 90, so not a super easy route to the Super Bowl here, and not a super easy Super Bowl opponent. So, not a guaranteed win. I mean, I never thought any of these wins were guaranteed. This, for rebuilds, this is one of the hardest roads we've had. Definitely. We have the Steelers, we have the Patriots, and then the Saints. That is the 3 hardest I think we've ever played in a rebuild, especially this year. I don't remember ever having that. Like, we usually have 1 or 2 tough opponents, but all 3 were solid and very well could have easily won. So hopefully we get that luck that we've had the last 2 games and maybe pull this one off as well. I'm going to let myself return this ball just for the fun of it. If it wasn't Tyreek Hill, I wouldn't care. But it's Tyreek. It's Tyreek, man. Look at that. 36-yard line. Just 2 little spins, and you get to the 36-yard line with Tyreek Hill. No problem. 7, clutch drive. Come on. 21 to 10. Oh, you got to finish the drive there. I don't know what we did wrong. If we score a touchdown there, we have a chance to end it. And instead, they score a huge play. They missed the 2-point conversion, I'm pretty sure, though. 19-yarder to Chris Conley. I don't know if we have enough firepower. I think we have an amazing squad, but do we have maybe we do. Up by 9. 7 minutes left. Drew Brees is at the helm, though. Come on. We hold them to a field goal. 6 points. If you get a touchdown here, I'm calling time of death on this one for the Saints. If you can score a touchdown here, might not need to. Did we score a touchdown? We did. I think I'm calling this a Super Bowl win. Defense clutching up. That's a Super Bowl. Year 1. Wow. It has been a while. 36 to 22. It was a well-deserved Super Bowl. I mean, these 3 opponents we had were insane. I think they're throwing the wrong confetti, or is that just by default? Or is it just, I guess it is like pink and whatever. What color is that? Is that like gold? I guess that's gold, isn't it? It's like a gold with tan pants, I suppose. It's a pretty cool color, I suppose. The Saints got some nice unis. I know it's supposed to be sportsmanlike, but they kind of need to update the Super Bowl thing. It's terrible. Not even true. But they need to update the Super Bowl ceremony. It's not even like really about sportsmanship. It's just the other team kind of just like gets out of there, you know, because it's the other team's celebration. I would love to see what it actually looks like in the losing locker room. Like the walk out and whatnot. Like, I know a lot of people are probably crying and whatnot, but like you always see the Super Bowl winner, but you never see the Super Bowl loser, you know? It's got to be one of the most devastating feelings ever to lose the big game in any sport, but you know, I suppose in NBA or I guess the other sports, it's a little different because, you know, you have a lead up, but this is all one game. You know, it's all one shot. You've only got one chance to do it. Mahomes took his shot and dominated. Mahomes played like one of the best year 1, especially rookies, I've ever seen. I mean, this has been a seasonal performance of a lifetime. I mean, they'd be talking about him as like the next like Jordan over here, like balling out of control. I mean, that's impressive. Mahomes has been sick. He's deserved all the success the way he's played. I mean, what was it? 45 touchdowns, 17 picks, 4,800 yards. I mean, he's been sick. Absolutely amazing. So I did not look at any of our re-signings. I'm pretty sure none of them were like real. I think they were all like free agent re-signings. How much money do we have? So Jalen Collins, this is an interesting one because we have some draft picks. Do we actually want to go with Jalen Collins? I think we probably will. Tyler Bray. Yeah, I'm going to keep Tyler Bray just because for whatever reason Mahomes is a god, so I'm not going to change any of that. I'm not going to change the quarterback dynamic at all. Don't need Muhammad. I'm sorry, but you're expendable. Najee Harris, I'll give him a contract. He was all right. He had a pick in the playoffs. I don't know who you are. Isaiah Ford isn't worth the money. Steven Terrell. I don't know why we're having like a seizure moment here. Sorry, Zach Sanchez, but you never get the re-sign ever. Never, ever will you. D'Anthony really isn't worth the money for us. In real life, I would say he is, but not for us. Oh my god, I'm going to have a seizure. Dustin Colquitt was good, but there's no reason to re-sign punters or kick. Well, kicker. Harrison Butker was really good in... Yeah, we'll re-sign him, actually. He was really good in the playoffs. He wasn't great regular season, but maybe he'll do better. We do not need Perry Riley. Jalen Collins, I'm going to say we do need. Once again, the bonus isn't too crazy, so you could always trade him, take the cut or take the hit. It's fine. But he might just be a starter. Don't have to go for a cornerback now if I just keep this squad. 23 mil. Not really going to see much in here, I would assume. LeGarrette Blount's always a fun guy. Micah Hilton, 86 overall. Superstar dev. I don't know if he had an amazing season or he was updated recently, but he's usually like not that good. So I'm going to look for a backup running man. That's one of our biggest needs, I think. For sure. It's got to be one of our biggest needs. Who do we got? Did I see Peterson? I seen Ivory. Peterson has a contract offer. Thomas Rawls would be a nice backup. I'm actually going to give Thomas Rawls like legit money. Like I'm going to offer him barely less than he wants. He's in 59 points. It's got to be close to what he's going to accept. If we're being honest, I don't think we need a whole lot more. Wait, is Vince Williams, Mark Barron. I hate when he always gets a contract. The game knows too much. Shaq Barrett is in there. He's not a bad pass rusher, but he's not worth it. Let's go on, though. Hopefully. Actually, no, I'm gonna offer one more running back because Rawls is just not going to sign with us. I just know it. I wish EA was a little bit more realistic with some of the contracts. Like, why does Drew Brees never get a contract? Like, he just got them to the Super Bowl and could have very easily won it. I don't know. I do not know. And, of course, we don't get Rawls. We don't get Rawls. God damn it, EA. Are you serious? I offered him a legit contract. Come on, Ivory. We don't have any time for this. We need you. We just won the Super Bowl. You're telling me you're not going to sign with us. Get out of here. Well, I mean, let's go on. This is a really bad draft, but there are a few positions that are actually decent. So we're going to take a look and see if we can land one of those great players. Number 4 overall, that linebacker. I really don't know if he's warranted a trade-up. Glen Campbell. He's got an insane name, I will say that. He is very fast. 23 years old. Campbell went first overall. Moody goes number 2. And then, of course, Kant is number 3. So at number 4, we just miss out on all the good players. Cherry, no thank you, mate. Bullock, mid-first. We really don't need that wide receiver, but Bullock is kind of sick. I'll take the Browns. I'll be fair. Browns need it. Who are they going to take? Good. I mean, they go with the quarterback. Smart move. Do we take this linebacker? We don't know much about him. And we know we want Bayless. We're going to take him. Normal dev. He's like a middle linebacker, kind of. I think we might just... I did not reach. I really did not. 79 overall. At 6 overall is fine because he's a really good player. He's very fast, too. Acceleration's on the little, lower side. It's a coverage player, though, so we don't need to grab that middle linebacker anymore, even though we probably will. There we go. I think that's fair. 5 picks to get a third next. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what the value is for real life, but it's got to be pretty close. Okay, so 100% we want this guy, right? We want the left end, Trey Bayless. We will take the left end, Trey Bayless. Normal dev, 74 speed, 81 overall. We might start this guy at outside pass rusher in a 4-3 still. Reach now? I think we will. We'll take him now. 77 overall, normal. But he is 21, so he will develop very quickly, hopefully. I don't think we have too many picks left. We have a late second here, early third, and that might be it. I thought we had one more third-round player, though, that we needed to draft. Oh, here he is. Let's just take him right now. Tight end, 73 overall with quick. That's interesting. 73 overall. You usually see like a 76, 77 there, but not today, apparently. If one of these guys is decent. And there's our decent guy. Douglas Jones, superstar dev, super steal. I don't know why it's a good pick. It's a super excellent, amazing pick. I mean, this is one of the most prototypical offensive linemen I could ever ask for, other than maybe like a 20-year-old or something. I don't know. 87 strength, it was 77 run block, 84 pass block, and 89 impact. That is amazing. That is perfection in its finest art. Dixon Williamson, we're going to take him late 6. 69 overall, very fast. Got a new kick returner. Problem is we have no depth. I can't trade them any like random player. Mike Tyson, who doesn't want a hard-hitting safety. Sorry. Well, I guess we're going to go with Rashad Ellison. 72 overall player. Yeah, we got screwed. I hope it wasn't the Giants player. I don't remember who the hell we wanted. Oh, yeah, the top 3. We got to take a look at the top 3. All 3 were players that were good. So our draft wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Missing some of this dev. Normal for McMahon. Bayless had normal as well. Campbell was normal. The best pick, I think, this guy was quick. Best pick had to be the center. That center is nice. Williamson, not great. Ellison, not great. Good draft, though. Good draft. We didn't really pay too much for these players. Cowboys. Eason. Ooh, Harvey. That's a good steal. Who is he? Superstar Dev. It's always those short guys. The problem is I didn't really expect us to need a wide receiver, but I probably should have taken a look. Conley isn't the greatest starter in the world. Should have definitely taken a look. But hey, we still got plenty of options to make trades still. Tucker Kruger, the Falcons took a quarterback. Usually don't see that. Moody, great player. One of the better corners I've seen. 5'10" is a little short, but superstar. They grabbed both superstars. Interesting. They definitely were paying attention week 3, I'll tell you that. Because they grabbed both of the week 3 superstars. Funny. Haynes, 97 speed. That's pretty good. Henderson, hopefully that wasn't him. It definitely was him. Good player. It says he has 75, but when you click in, he's only a 68. I don't know. Troy George, good player. Where's that pass rusher we won? Stanley Stokes, good quick dev. Good, 85 speed. A little speed on the old belt. What is his elusiveness stats? 89 juke. Not bad, bro. Not bad. Not the worst quarterback, but definitely not an all-time starter. 5'9" Milburn. Those short guys are really just amazing players in this game. Page, wow, 83 overall left guard. Jesus Christ. I hope the Packers land someone like that in real life. I would be all over that. That's a good pick. It's an amazing pick late in the first, too. Wow. Cherry, not a bad player. Pathon, decent player. 85 overall fullback late. These guys are so inflated, it's unbelievable. Compton, superstar dev, short. Always the short guys. He doesn't love handing out those big dudes that have baller stats. Quick dev, a lot of good quarterbacks. None of them were, well, at least so far I've seen, none of them were amazing, but they were all good. All definitely workable. Highsmith, good player. Saints land a quarterback. Heckendorf, interesting. I think the Saints are going to go from Super Bowl contenders to playoff miss, potentially. Patrick Perez. God, these short guys. Hampton, not a bad player. Where's the guys we wanted? Pashos, slow. I think that was the guy we looked at. Where are they? David Wood, 76 overall, slow. Valos, normal dev. That was the guy we were going to go with, and thank God we didn't because he looks bad. Vikings, Dalton Miles, superstar dev. Might have landed the best one there, number 8 overall. Bears, Banyard. I don't know why they would go with a quarterback. EA loves to screw these teams. Gilbert, that was a good pick. Yep, good pick. Where are the players? Bullock, there's one. Slow as hell. Thank God we didn't go with him. Heath, not a bad player. They grabbed a pretty good core of players, though, I'll tell you. The Bills had a decent draft. Broncos, Gant Spence. There he is. Very fast. Fits the team a lot better, but I mean, he's not much better than the guy we got. Woodyard, number 4 overall. It was a good trade up. Pilgrim at number 7. Superstar Dev. Good player. He's a lot better than he probably should have been. Jason Pace. Did I forget about this guy? Because he is godly. The Browns had a really good draft. Amazing, amazing player, but normal dev. Definitely regret grabbing him, though. I really wish we would have just traded up. To be fair, I would have never traded up to number 1 overall, so can't even lie. I would not have gotten him. So there's that for you. Lariberus or Laribus, Ribo. And there's our draft. So that was the draft. And the quarterback position, pretty decent. There's some decent defenders, but other than that sneaky wide receiver core, it really wasn't great. So I traded Eric Fisher straight up for Mark Ingram. The Forte Chronicles are pretty much over. I'm not saying we're going to get rid of them, but I think we might move Dixon Williams into wide receiver. Decently fair trade, to be honest. Might be able to actually snag a trade, too. We might be able to cheese them here. I mean, I would do it for Edelman. Like, I'm starting to realize that maybe old players aren't so bad. Edelman, 89 overall. You know, he's a good player. He's just old, you know, simply put. So Conley, D Ford in the 4th round next year for a first this and a first next. D Ford played really well for us. I'm going to be a little devastated if Bayless sucks. Yeah, the Packers aren't starting Ty. I don't know why he wouldn't be on the block instead of like maybe Aaron Jones or something. Just making sure our team is filled with the proper talent. So hopefully the lineup is good. Everything looks all right for now. Probably should swap this around a little bit. Edelman as the actual number 2. Tyreek has played really well in the slot. Okay, defense. Shazier does not need to be the starter, so we got to fix that. Other than that, everything looks good. I think we're set to probably win another Super Bowl, let's be honest. Defense looks good, and we're going to have another full year under our belt with Patrick Mahomes playing, what is it called? Getting the majority of the XP. You know, if Mahomes is getting the majority of the XP, especially in the practice, he could get to a 99 this year, potentially. It's hard. It's very hard to get to 99 for almost any position other than maybe tight end. But I think we can get this done. I think Mahomes can do it. He's already at 8K. And we did very well year 1, but at the same time, I would assume our money situation is going to be a little rough. I also want to trade some of these draft picks away. We have 5 first rounds. I think even 3 is too much for us, but it's all right. I'm going to give the Browns 2 first rounds this year for 2 first and a second next year, which will help them immensely since they don't have a first round this year. I think those 2 first rounds could actually put the Browns back on the map here, honestly. I'll put it this way. If we're 16-0, I'm not going to be like, whoa, because I expect it. Houston Wheeler and Artmore. 2 positions DT we don't need, but left outside linebacker never hurts. So we have Shaq Mason, Ryan Shazier, Quan Alexander, Mark Ingram, Marcus Peters, Darryl Williams, Ali Marpet. So I don't know how much money we have. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. So I think of all the players I'm looking at right now, obviously besides Mark Ingram, Quan is the most expendable. Honestly, same with Darryl and or Ali. I would say Ali the most because Darryl's actually done very well on his own. But of course, Shaq Mason, the best lineman, even though we just got him, needs to be offered. Shazier, he's not that important, but he has developed amazingly. He's been a god. So I think we're off to a decent start here with the re-signings. Let's move on, though. I don't think it's going to matter for us particularly because we're probably going to move on and be done with the rebuild before we even have any issues with money anyways. Jazz Stories, quarterback, Wisconsinite. So was there no Heisman? I don't think there was a Heisman. The game tries to trick you with that because, you know, sometimes you do these rebuilds so long or you do a lot of franchises so long, you start just automatically assuming things. You know, the top line is going to be a superstar guy, but if you don't pay attention to the text, you might accidentally screw up. I think I screwed up a few times in the past where I was like, wait, was he really not? Like, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to go with the guaranteed superstar and then draft him and he's normal dev and it absolutely destroys you. Because obviously them being superstar plays a huge factor into drafting them. You might be like, well, he's not the greatest stats, but at 21 years old superstar, you can't really go wrong. Except for the fact that they're slow dev and they're actually 28. They were actually Brandon Whedon this whole time. What was that pick with... Oh my god, it's so bad. But the playoffs here in it, and 15-1. The only team we did lose to was early on against the the Chargers. We lost by 3. We could have had a perfect season. Goddamn Chargers. What did the Chargers finish? They didn't finish too hot. 8-8. We know of one important statistic, of course. Patrick Mahomes was the MVP. Less yards by like 100, but his ratio is much better. Rushing, Kareem Hunt did well. Mark Ingram did very well as well. Kareem Hunt had a lot of carries. Holy crap. We ran the ball a lot. Keenan Allen, 1,500, a little bit worse than last season. Tyreek, a lot worse than last season for yards, but same exact touchdowns. Kelsey did well. Edelman did well. Blocking did, honestly, worse. Kinda. Houston had 19.5. Where's our guy? Jones, 14.5. Bayless, 12. Somehow Buckner went from 16, I think, to 3.5, which is really rough. McMahon, 5 picks as a middle linebacker rookie. Could have ourselves one of the best we've had. Butker gets that contract and he delivers. Moses put it right on that threshold, and Tyreek Hill has another punt return touchdown on his list, inching closer to being the greatest kick returner ever. First offensive, second defensive. One of the most dominating seasons we've had in a while. I'm surprised one of the other players wasn't there, like Kareem Hunt. Played all right. Damn, 15-1 for Zimmer. Interesting. Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. We had 3 guys. McMahon almost won it. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I really didn't have one. Obvious. I was about to say obviously, but apparently not. How can McMahon have one of the better linebacker? I got to see this at the end. Like, what? How? Keenan, best player. Hudson, good job. Houston did really well, too. How? Are you serious? Gant was all over. Let's take a look. I'll be the judge of this. Let's take a look at this. It's probably going to be like 22.5 or something. He did have 19 sacks as a rookie. That's pretty impressive. But I don't know, man. I don't even think they made the playoffs. I think we got robbed. 15-1, though. You can't have everything. Even though we we're very close. 8-8 Raiders. How did they make it? Oh, my God. Look at this team. Although, to be fair, I did forget to upgrade us mid through the season. That's why it looks like that. Still, that's amazing. McMahon, he had so much potential, and they screwed him. Oh, well. Did really well still. Like, really well. This is probably the best team we've rebuilt. We've had, like, I think 3 weeks ago, we had a really good team, but this team, Mahomes, I mean, he's going to be a 99 in the second year, I believe. The XP is draining. We haven't even done deep. 87 overall deep. How close are we going to get? I'd say probably 92. Yep, 92. We can get one more play action. 99 overall. Patrick Mahomes. He's missing a couple of traits. Superstar dev, obviously. Offensive Rookie of the Year and then MVP. If he doesn't have Superstar, I don't know what is. Plus, I think we might have bought him quick. I usually don't get to Superstar for a quarterback on my own. I usually just say, all right, you do the job. Team had a lot of XP, though. We had so much. Oh, God, this team. If this team doesn't win the Super Bowl, I don't know. Yeah, this is one of those super dynasties. Like, we're talking one of the greatest teams. Actually, probably the greatest team ever assembled. Super dynasty for sure. I mean, the whole offensive line pretty much got, like, 40k XP. I don't know how, but they did. I mean, the team was really good. We had, like, probably hit every threshold we needed to for goals. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, all the backups got the XP as well for offensive line. Like I said, this is why you keep certain players. We have so much trade bait, it's unbelievable. Like this guy, I would honestly, the smart thing is to not even give him XP or use his XP. I'm not going to. Smartest thing would be to keep him, re-sign him, and then use his XP, and then trade him if you really wanted to. Because even with his overall now, he's going to want a decent bit of money. McMahon is not going to get nearly as high as I thought he was going to. Want to get high? We got a couple of stats that are a little bit more important than what we were going for. 84 overall, that's not bad. Don't really know if he's worth staying at middle linebacker, but I'm honestly just too lazy to make a difference or make a change, which is the same thing if we're talking real life of I want to make a change. Na, 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 na. But let's be honest, our team was so good, why change it anyways? You know? That's what I'm going to say at least. This team is so good. Could you imagine that leaving the Patriots would result in you getting more rings? Like, in what real life scenario does that make any sense, you know? But today it does. Today it does. I will say, Justin Houston here, he's not a great player, honestly. Like, his stats are actually really bad. I don't know if they were always like this, because he's 29. I mean, he wouldn't regress that hard. I don't even know if Justin Houston's our best pass rusher. Honestly, I don't know. This is by far the best team I've ever rebuilt. Or at least the best results, anyways. Mahomes 99 overall. We have sick wide receivers. Offensive line is amazing. Shaq Mason was an amazing trade piece. I mean, look at those stats. Those are some good stats. Like I said, I don't think Hudson's even close to this best player we have in all the offensive line anymore. 98 packs, nice. 98 pass blocks, nice. But give me the full package, you know? That's gross. But I would much rather have Douglas Jones. Or not even like just by age. You keep the same age. I'd rather have the guy that's a little bit more balanced than Rodney Hudson. I mean, his run block is really horrendous. Defense now, linebacker core is great. I mean, look at all the A's. Like A's and A pluses all across the board. It's unbelievable. I mean, this team doesn't win the Super Bowl on this year either. I'm going to be very disappointed. We were 94 overall before the XP. Jesus. We're like maxing. Edelman, my dude. Edelman gets behind the coverage. How many times have we seen something like that from the slow man himself? Never, you're right. The team should be next to flawless. I know I might be overhyping the team, but am I really, though? Like, we're like a 99 everything. I mean, the defense should stop everything coming in. Offense should get into the end zone in 5 plays. This is just an unheard of roster, and yet here are the Raiders in the fourth quarter having a chance to take the lead. Good defense. Once again, I think the run game just isn't good enough. I think that's where we've been lacking, because even after having this great of a team, I think Kareem only averaged like 3.7 per. I know it was definitely under 4, and that's just not acceptable with a team like this. Oh, I mean, that's an insane play. 73-yarder to Ladarius behind the coverage. Obviously, we're going to win the game there, but not as impressive as I thought we were going to be. Let's take a look at Mahomes, MVP Mahomes. Playing like an MVP, so that's good enough. Kareem Hunt, Mark Ingram. Maybe Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch needs to start. I don't know. Bobby Wagner, a lot of nothing, actually. I thought we were going to have a lot of sacks. We had like 1, and it was a linebacker. And we're in a 4-3. Most likely. No, just kidding. I know we are. Ellis Pearson, man. I want to get that contract in and then upgrade him just to see what he's at. I guess it doesn't matter. We know he's going to be a good player. 10-6 Jags, huh? I mean, they're not a bad team, so... But they're also not completely maxed. If we don't win the Super Bowl, like I said, I think it's complete BS. In previous times, I'd be like, fair enough. We're missing a couple of pieces, but we're literally missing nothing. Honestly, the playbook might be the only thing. Actually, we probably should have changed the playbook. A team this good, Mahomes started as like a 93. Confidence probably got him to a 95 very quickly. Mahomes should have probably passed for almost 6,000 if we're going to keep it legit. I just think we ran the ball. Like, how many attempts did we have? I think we had like over 500 rushing attempts. And once again, I don't know why I would kick the ball. It's only fun to kick off, you idiot. Shazier, though. Okay. Lucky, man. Shazier is coming to destroy you. All right, team, lock up. That's all we need to do. It's easier done than said, honestly. With this team, it's easier to actually do it than to say it. That's how good this team really is. Except they're not playing like it, like at all. Defense is locking down, I will say. Defense is godly. Like, they held them to 6 points. With what all the defense is, what the offense is giving the other team, it's pretty shocking. And we're down by 3 in the 4th. Lads, like, could we not? We kick a field goal. Defense makes a play, and we throw an interception. And the defense, once again, makes another play. Offense is so lucky to have a defense this good. It's crazy. Defense is just locking everything down for the most part. And offense is just trying to choke this one away, and that's going to be a punt. I mean, this should be a walk in the park for the Super Bowl, should it not? Should it not? Did we throw a pick? We actually threw another pick. What is this? Defense having to lock up again. Are they going to do it? They don't. You got to be kidding me. Honestly, the best move would probably just be to run the ball here and hope for the best. I know this is an insane front, but if we can get some pancakes, put a little syrup on that, and just completely miss the block. Yeah, EA is really dumb. EA is so dumb. Mahomes had no touchdowns, and he threw 3 interceptions. He's the MVP of the league. Whatever. I really don't care because we won at year 1. Won at year 1, lose at year 2, or we're even better. I mean, no team could have possibly upgraded themselves as much. We sacked their quarterback 4 times. It would appear that we pressured the crap out of them, and yet we were the ones to throw the interceptions. EA Sim is so stupid. I should have actually backed out of that and just showed you guys what happened. Tell you guys, hey, we lost, but show you guys what should have happened. That's ridiculous. I mean, that is 100% ridiculous. 99 everything, just about. What is that? What actually is that? That is so stupid. We'll show you guys who wins the Super Bowl, I suppose. Doesn't really matter since it's not like legit. 15-1, losing to the Jags, who should not have won. Eagles win, sweet. So that's cool. That's always fun. So he's an 84, not great, but still, we have 2 offensive linemen that are pretty solid. And this is pretty much the team we're gonna rock with. I mean, obviously Marpet is gone, but Campbell's an 88 overall. He's just as good almost. An amazing team, a really amazing team. Running back game, though. Running game was pretty bad if we're going to be 100% real. Obviously, McMahon would play one of the spots there. Defensive line is great. DBs are amazing. Super great squad. So, hopefully you guys did enjoy this rebuild, and tomorrow should be 3, maybe 4 videos. We'll see. A little bit later this week on the rebuild, so a little late on the rebuild this week because I wanted to upload what I did yesterday. So, not sure about this weekend's rebuild. It might be Sunday. I don't know. Really not 100% sure, if we're being honest, what the story is there. I haven't even started it. But hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!